is up, hunties? LASHAI TRIELE. Yes, baby. This is the Skittles wig that I made you, babes. And I'm definitely going to show y'all how I blended all these colors together, okay? Yes, what? So I already made this wig before. I'll put it in the description above. It was a short wig. Now, she came to me and she wanted a longer wig, 26 inches. I believe I gave her a 28, or she wanted a 24 inch and I gave her 26 inches. I can't remember. But yes, babe, this one is, what is this? This is Kiss Temptation Purple Rage. It's purple something. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen, okay? All right. Let's go. So, of course, I'm going to section off this hair. You babes, like, please make it a habit of sectioning off your hair, okay? Because if you don't, it will get in your freaking way. So, you want to make sure that you section off all of that hair in multiple sections before you get started. Now, I'm going to start with the purple on the roots because, yeah, why not, okay? It's purple on absolutely all of the roots throughout the entire wig. So I'm using a rather smaller brush, but it is still really thick. Now I'm not making a straight line with this color. I am making this color a little bit and I'm making the line a little bit indifferent. That way, once I start applying the other colors on top of there, they blend in very well. So I am bringing this purple down a little bit more because I still want it to be seen throughout the wig. You know, if you put only a little tiny bit on there, it won't be able to be seen from the front. This one is Pink Obsession. And I'm going to go ahead and add that on there. Or is it Raspberry Prism? It looks like Raspberry Prism. Okay, yeah, that's Raspberry Prism. Now, usually once I'm doing color on wigs, I usually like to start like putting the color on the bottom, and then I'll put it on the top. Now this one isn't by Kiss. This one is Sunset Orange, and this is by Adore. Now when she came to me and she wanted me to recreate this wig for her, the colors that she really wanted to stand out in this wig were that orange and that blue. So yeah, I had to make sure that I had those on hand to recreate this wig for her. Like I said, I already made this wig before. But yeah, it was like trying to recreate it. Like I almost skipped out on like 2 of the colors. Like it was so bad. I literally had to rewatch my own YouTube video of the previous time that I made the wig to try to make the wig again. You guys, like I literally made this wig about 2 years ago, and that was the only time I ever made that wig. It was just an experimental wig. I wanted to start practice my blend game, and then I showed you guys how I made the wig. But yeah, like it was, oh man, I was so embarrassed. Like I gotta watch my own video to try to remake this wig. I was so upset. So I watched the video twice. I'm like, okay, let me go back to the beauty supply store and get these colors. So I do remember that I used multiple colors for this, but I didn't realize I used so many colors. And the only thing differently that I did with this wig that I didn't do with the first one, because that one was shorter, is the bottom did not have pink on it. So it just had the purple and then it had the orange. I decided to add the pink in this time because the blend down to the orange will be a lot more visually pretty versus me just putting that orange and then that purple. I forgot what color orange and purple makes, but it's not really that cute. So I put the orange, the pink, and then I cascade that down into the orange. I mean the purple, the pink, and then cascade that down to the orange. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this this color cascade all the way down to the middle. So we got the purple Skittles, we got the pink Skittles, we got the orange Skittles. Yes, I'm using different type of Skittles, okay? We got the tropical, we got everything, okay? All right. All right, so when I'm doing the roots to absolutely any kind of frontal, I literally just make sure that I hold the hair out and away from the lace so that I don't stain the lace with the color, okay? And brushing that in there really, really, really gently, okay? I'm going to section this off and make sure that I get this color all the way through here. As you guys see, the color is going literally all the way down to the knots without me even touching the lace. Like, that shit's bomb, okay? If you're gonna try this technique, just make sure that you don't have a whole lot of color on there. Having a lot of color on there will create globs. You don't want it that at all. Now this is Funky Yellow by Kiss Temptation. A really, really dope color. I really love this yellow. This is one of the colors that I almost forgot was in the wig. Yeah, it was actually this color and the pink that I almost forgot was in the wig. I'm like, they got pink and yellow in it? Like, what the hell? And then they got an orange in there. Like, oh my God. Like, no. So I'm just gonna put this yellow on here and make sure I rub that in really, 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 really good. And I'm gonna take that that yellow and that pink together, and I'm gonna rub that together. So I'm gonna put a lot of yellow up here towards the pink, and I'm gonna rub those in together and make this really, really pretty orange. I'm not gonna add the sunset orange on there anymore. I'm gonna add its own. I'm gonna start making mixing these colors so they can make that it. Why I can't get it out? So that I can make its own orange. Like, pink and yellow make a really, really, really pretty orange. Like, I don't know if you guys know that, but it's like bomb as fuck. Like, my favorite orange to create is like from an atomic pink and then a sunshine yellow. Like, this shit is bomb as fuck, okay? So when I'm mixing my colors, I just make sure that I rub them in really, 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 really good. I'm rubbing the pink, I'm rubbing the yellow, and I'm rubbing in between. I'm not trying to go up too high, and I'm not trying to go up too low. My objective is just literally to get rid of those lines that you can see where the pink ends and the yellow begins. I don't want you to be able to tell that at all, okay? All right, so top parts. This is where I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start getting close to doing the purple, the blue, and the orange. The blue is another color that she really, really, really wanted to be seen, so I just made sure that I made that color really dominant and stand out. So I added more blue to this one than I actually did the shorter wig. Like, the shorter wig only had a little bit of blue. I added a lot more blue into this one than was in the shorter version of this wig that I made. Like, it's so funny to me, like, even when I'm doing like colorful wigs now, because so many people used to have a problem with me having colorful hair. Like, when I was in school, y'all, I grew up in the middle of Detroit, okay, y'all, where when you walk in school and you got colorful hair, everybody trying to laugh at your ass, because to them they think you look fucking stupid, okay? But Guess what, hunty? Paid off, period, okay? Making hundreds and hundreds of dollars doing that color. You should have been asking me how you color, okay? You could have been making the same kind of money, okay? All right, period. Thank you. But yeah, I would like experiment with all type of colors with my hair. Like, it would be, man, girl, like some crazy colors. Like, it was so crazy at one point of time that I colored my hair so much that my hair started falling out. So I was coloring my hair like probably once a month for a whole year. Like, I had all type of blondes, reds, purples, pinks, oranges, all type of stuff. Like, it was magnificent. Like, I'm glad that I went through that though, because it helped me on my journey. All right, yes. Now, babes, I tell you this thing so much in absolutely every video, color video, anything. Like, section your hair off. If you don't section your hair off, your colors will run into each other and they won't stay vibrant. They will look really ugly, oily, and runny. You don't want that. I don't want that, okay? So I'm gonna section off absolutely every single part. I don't care how much saran wrap I gotta use. If I gotta buy up all the saran wrap, like how niggas buying up all the toilet paper during the pandemic, I'ma do that, okay? Period. Now this sapphire blue is fucking magnificent. This is one of my favorite colors from Kiss Temptation. Like, it is just wonderful. Like, it goes on wonderful. You barely have to even tint the hair. I mean, not tint the hair. You barely even have to tone the hair to even get to this on the relates to this blue, because a lot of blues like cyan will sometimes give you a greenish color because it's so light on top of yellow hair. But for this sapphire and a lot of their other colors, it does not matter. You don't have to tone the hair to make it blue. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but it's not necessary. Okay, so exact same thing. I'm going to take this, I'm going to rub this in here. I'm going to blend this in with this purple, because purple and blue make a really good transition, as well as even when I put this green on here, that's going to make a really great transition as well. Now this is Limelight Green, honey, one of my absolute favorite colors from Kiss Temptation. Y'all know I done made plenty of wigs with this green, okay? One of my top favorites. So my top favorites are Limelight, Sapphire, and Atomic Pink, okay? Yes. Now, when it comes to this frontal up here, I'm just going to section this off into 3 different sections. And I'm going to make sure that I rub this color in here really good. Now, a lot of time y'all won't see me doing too much kind of like trickery towards the back of the frontal, because I mean, it's the back. I want it to be dark. So even if I get those knots, I'm not tripping about that at all, okay? The only thing that I just don't want to get the knots that are up by the front. So by the front, I just make sure that I don't have any globs of color on there, just enough color to be able to spread. So no globs, just enough color to be able to spread. And I'm going to spread that on there, nice gentle strokes, okay? Now, of course, I always resort back to my fine-tooth combs. The fine-tooth combs help spread the color through smaller sections of the hair, through absolutely every single strand that I needed to. Now see that, babes, this technique is freaking bomb. Like, you can see all the way down to that scalp, like no color on that lace at all, okay? And it's still, the color is still all the way down to the knots. So of course, absolutely every single time that I am done with a wig, I rinse it with icy cold water. Another thing that I like to do, I like to apply this Nourishing Mask, and I leave that on for, it says you're supposed to leave it on for about 5 minutes, but for me, when I'm doing colorful wigs, even well, any type of colorful wigs, I leave it on there for about a good 20 minutes. Today it was a good day to leave it out in the sun, so to allow it to bake into the hair. And I rinsed it, I brushed it through, make sure that it got down to absolutely every single strand. And then I just went ahead and rinsed that out with icy cold water as well. I never use hot water, warm water, anything. Hot water and warm water will have your colors running. So even if you are washing your colorful wigs at home, whether it's the second wash, third wash, 40th wash, you want to be using icy cold water, because that will help your colors stay in there as long as possible. And if you guys are using a bond maker inside of your colors, like you're supposed to, I'll show you that in a lot of my other videos, to use a bond maker. Yeah, you will most definitely be able to keep those colors in there like it was a permanent color. A bond maker makes your hair colors permanent-ish, ishy-ish, okay? But you got to put the right amount in there, okay? So these colors are freaking magnificent, especially in the sun. Like, I love that. So after she was air dry, I curled her once, but I used like my really big curler. I felt like it didn't give the the colors any justice. So I just went back through and then wand curled this hair, and the wand curls came out freaking magnificent. But babes, thank you for watching this video so much. I love you guys as always. Yeah, definitely stay tuned for the next one, okay?